every night is a performance on DXB today, but tonight, well, it's a rather special performance. Why? Because we're focusing on exactly that, the performing arts and, of course, all things music. So, who to introduce? Well, none other than one of the sort of driving forces of bringing classical music in all its glory to the UAE. CEO of the Summit Event Group. Now joining us is Alexandra Mitterrand. Thanks so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you, pleasure to meet you.
Now, a lot of people will not be familiar with the Summit Event Group, but they will be very familiar with the InClassica International Music Festival. International by name, international by nature, but here in Dubai for the last couple of years. Why was Dubai such a perfect fit for the InClassica?
So, first of all, InClassica is a celebration of all what we love about classical music. It's plenty performances, different maestros on the stages, soloists, international conductors, and I think it's all we're missing in Dubai. And this is what we're doing right now, of developing cultural scene here.
But for you to do, I mean, you've been doing it for, correct me if I'm wrong, so this is the fourth year that it's been coming?
The fourth year, yeah, actually in Dubai.
So you think that, you know, 4 years ago, straight out of the back of COVID as well, so things were a little bit...
it was risky, I agree with you, it was risky.
But risky, A, not just because of COVID, but B, did you know that you had the audience for classical music and classical performances here?
No, of course no, but it's not bad. It's a chance for us to develop something special here and to build a culture and to build a history in the cultural scene here. So it's a huge opportunity and honor for us to develop this kind of initiative.
Incredible. So obviously you've got different orchestras coming. Can you tell us about some of the performers that are going to be at the InClassica?
Yeah, sure. So the idea of InClassica actually is to bring all of the stars from all over the world to one place. Yeah, because the idea and mission, it lies in the whole title, InClassica International Music Festival.
Yeah.
Why InClassica Musical Observatory? Because usually people used to hear like we can see the stars, yeah, but our festival gives opportunity to listen to the stars. That's why it's musical observatory. Yeah, and usually we bring around 4 or 5 orchestras from different corners of the world. This year it will be Berlin Symphony Orchestra and Oxford Philharmonic Orchestra. So these two will be the highlights of the program this year.
Incredible.
Well, Alexandra, what do you think sets apart your festival from other festivals? Anything that makes it a really unique experience for people attending?
Yes, actually it's one and the only one, the festival itself, where we bring all of the stars in the one period of time. So people, in terms of tourism, it's ideal plan and strategy to develop it with a country strategy as well, when you can enjoy the whole stars in one place.
You've got a favorite? Come on, just tell us. If someone can only go to one performance.
You know, all of them are my favorite. But
you
I
can't
think
say that. Give me one.
It's true, but I think it's very important to start from the beginning. Okay. You know, and like the opening, it's really like amazing one.
Okay. You're not going to tell me still your favorite. I can see it in you. She has a favorite.
I think it's very subjective thing, and yeah, it's very subjective. And very sensitive for me, you know.
Oh, you can't be seen as biased. Yeah, I get it. Your job.
I'd like to know how you pick your soloists. How do you decide who's going to come? I mean, I've watched so many of them and taken my students to see them, and they're fantastic. And we're coming on Thursday because it's Chaik 6 and I love it. So how do you decide what soloists?
Thank you. So if you see the schedule like of the festival of previous years even, you can see that some of the soloists are coming back and back. Yeah, so it means there are not so many like big high-scale stars. So we're trying to bring all of them to Dubai, and if the audience is satisfied and enjoying, we're trying to bring them back. Yeah.
We've spoken a lot about InClassica, and with good reason as well. It's bringing some of the biggest stars to town. It's opening minds, it's opening opportunities for those to maybe experience classical music for the first time, or certainly indulge their love of. Is that part of a sort of bigger vision for you and the rest of the team at the Summit Event Group in order to sort of build the classical landscape here?
Yes, it's definitely a kind of mission and our vision, the same like as the title of the company. It's abbreviation. Summit, it means Show Art Music International Tours. And we prefer to specialize in cultural field across the whole Middle East. So we're building our projects in Saudi Arabia, in Bahrain, and from this year maybe in Qatar. And for me to develop this kind of field, we created a very chamber concept of series events happening in Dubai Opera Studio every month, where we bring chamber concerts like piano recitals with small orchestras, you know, to make the audience used and familiar to classical music, not only once per year, how it's usually happening with InClassica. So we give opportunity to audience here to enjoy it every month.
Just to that end as well, because you mentioned there about some of the biggest stars that have come over, some of the biggest philharmonics, for the biggest orchestras, some of the biggest soloists as well. Do they take much convincing to come to Dubai? The reason I'm asking that is because, again, it's a fairly young landscape here for classical artists, and therefore they might go, oh, well, yeah, but has it got the reputation, etc. as yet? You've got a big smile on your face.
You know, from artist perspective, definitely some of them they have concerns like why Dubai? We have never heard about like this destination for classical music, But at the same time, they're very excited because for them it's new experience and new challenge as well. Because if we look back in the first year of organization of InClassica, we had two venues, Dubai Opera and Coca-Cola Arena. In some people's minds, it's not like how they will use Coca-Cola Arena for classical music events, And for us, it was it was challenging, but it was a great challenge and experience by fostering all the efforts, by bringing cultural venue to the arena. And now I can definitely say it's amazing venue and it could be suitable for any kind of concerts of classical music. And the same with artists. First of all, they concern, and after they're like,
they
yes,
love
Dubai,
it, right?
it could be even one of the best destinations for classical music.
Because they're calling you now, saying, Alexandra, when can we come back?
You cannot imagine how many requests we have daily, you know?
We'd like to come play and go to the beach.
Yes. And definitely we have, to the question of Ms. Tala, we have artistic board, on whose shoulders the choice of the artist program. But with each year, we're trying to keep the same level of artists and to bring new and new. And definitely in the future, we will collaborate with local artists, with Arab artists. But first of all, I believe we need to bring this European culture and set it up, you know, to give the clear idea how it's going to happen in the future.
Sounds amazing. Can you just remind me again, when is InClassica happening?
Definitely from 1st of Feb till 15.
Amazing. Thank you
And
so
I think
much.
it's also very important to mention that in frames of InClassica, we organize MECMA, which means Middle East Classical Music Academy. This academy doesn't based here, but we're trying to bring different universities and governmental educational entities from all over the world for students to participate in this academy and to enjoy evening concerts, and at the same time to visit master classes from professors and to show their own program. And this project is happening in Zabil Theatre. So it's kind of musical camp for the whole month, and it's happening the whole February.
Okay, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Alexandra, for joining us in the studio and giving us incredible insight into InClassica. But it's now time for today's Spotlight. And today's Spotlight is an equipment company bringing together complex systems into fully integrated and easy to use solutions, delivering Audiotech perfection in sensory experiences. This is Amrit Vages from Vibe Audiotech.
My name is Amrit Verghese and my company is called Vibe Audiotech. We take care of audio-visual installations and creating experiences that are world-class for entertainment venues. Well, in the entertainment field, there are a lot of companies that can take care of world-class, brilliant sound, lighting, and video experiences, but on a temporary rental basis. But there are only a handful of us who can create this on a permanent, fixed installation. Milestones over the last 10 years would be me being recognized for premium installations in places like Zuma, Koya, the London project, Mimi Kakushi, and most recently Nazca. And also, about 5 years ago, we supplied consulted for the installation at the Dubai Opera. Well, we are getting quite popular at the moment within Dubai, but over the next 3 years, we would like to be the most sought after consultants for experiences across the GCC. Well, Dubai is home. I grew up here when I was in school. I was away for about 15 years, came back here because it is still home. Well, I feel Dubai is the perfect cosmopolitan city where cultures and people from around the world mix, and this kind of brings in the best in the industry from across the globe, and it creates a kind of competition that at my level it's quite fun, where we push each other to do better project after project.
From Vibe Audiotech, they're doing some great work in the industry. Right, talking of the industry, what's making noise in the industry? Let's head over for the roundup with Dina.
Thanks, Tom. It is a beautiful initiative. It's a Filipino movement, Leader of Light, and it is a global grassroots movement. They're committed to providing affordable, sustainable solar light to people with, I'd say, limited or zero access to electricity. Now, they're in partnership with Dubai Festival of Lights, which is going on right now. The group is challenging us to build a simple solar light with a solar light kit made from recycled materials. This is something you can get the kids involved with. You're going to have the opportunity to pledge your handmade solar lamp to Leader of Light's work to light up the floating villages of the Manabo tribe in the Philippines, which is the community of focus for this edition of the festival. Now, each of their hand-built lights last for 5 years, saving tons in carbon emissions in their countries of focus. Now, the workshop runs until the 4th of Feb. It's going on right now at Expo City at the Al Wasl Plaza, and it's I'm surely going to be heading down there, guys. I think it's such a beautiful initiative to get the kids involved. Have any of you been there yet?
No.
No.
Everyone's looking at me like, no. But I'm like, I will go do anything that's currently happening at Expo. Is my.
I've not been there, but I have had the opportunity to meet with the guys behind it. And it is a fascinating one, because it's one of those great simple ideas, you know, simplistic ideas that's having a massive impact for communities around the world, and their scalability plans are phenomenal as well. You know, they're focusing on the Manabo tribes in the Philippines at the moment, but with a view to take this even further. So they're seeing great success already in the early days of establishing this. When I go back to this, the simplistic nature of it, I don't mean to be nasty about that. It's one of those, you know, it's sustainable, it's easily put together, it's using products that have been renewed, etc., recycled. You're using LEDs that are easily maintainable over the time, so it's having such a massive impact at the moment. And what's even more genius, they're getting kids to build them for them up at the festival themselves. Brilliant! Everyone's involved.
Sounds good.
Do any of you use solar lights at home?
Yeah, we do in our garden.
Yeah, are they effective? Because I know there's always like mixed reviews, but
they've been great.
Yeah,
provided you keep them in the right place. Not so much this week when it's been cloudy.
Yeah.
But no, they're great. They're
but that's
really
the thing.
affordable.
Are they as reliable when the weather's a bit shaky?
They are. Well, if they've got enough charge in them, then they are. Okay. But they're so affordable, and it just works. And then you don't have to worry about wires and electricity in your garden and everything. I mean, they're really, really good.
No, it's a good initiative, and I think it's in keeping with what Expo City stands for at the moment.
Yeah, they're doing so many amazing projects. I honestly was thinking about taking my kids after the show. I was like, is it too late for me to just run over there? Because it needs to enjoy all the different festivities there.
No, get up there.
Yeah.
It's going on for the next few days. They've got their own little stand there. Buy the light, build it, give it back to them.
Yeah.
Genius business plan, that one, I tell you. Kudos, right, a lot's going on down here on the show. Let's see what's coming up.
We meet one of the most influential figures in the music business in the region, the founding executive artistic director of the Art Center at the New York University in Abu Dhabi.
Yes, and we've got a great saxophonist who is going to be closing the night right here, so don't go anywhere.